Richard tried his mashed potatoes. E.T. would like a Reese's piece. This child robot's out here looking for love. Two mice fell in a bucket of cream.
The oasis is where we go stunting. Bingo, Dino, DNA. Indiana Jones and his greaser's son find ancient aliens from outer space.
So we made this change to our podcast. Talking Spielberg until Scooby convenes. We're gambling on bikes, our parents got a divorce. This is the temporary no-berry memes.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Can you even believe? Am I on the stage?
I'm gonna bring you on.
You
But
gotta
first,
introduce me.
Yeah, I'm gonna introduce you to everyone who's here. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Coda.
Hi. Can they hear me?
They can hear you. Yeah.
They can hear.
All right,
Can you
fine,
hear?
here you
Blink
are.
twice. I'm on this. Oh, let's go. Look at that logo. Look at these guns.
Can y'all hear us? Okay.
Yeah, we had trouble. Thank you. Thank you. Makita.
Yeah, Patrick has never seen Jaws. That's, I mean, you know,
That's
people
still
people don't see movies, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's not okay to not like Close Encounters.
no.
but
That's not okay. That's not a big boy.
that's not a big boy.
That's not a big
opinion.
boy. You need to go watch it. When did you last try? Okay, I know you don't think you have to go potty, Patrick, but I want you to try.
Mhm. All right. So what's on the agenda for the evening?
I don't fucking know. You set this up, man.
We are load bearing beams. This is the finale of the summer of Spielberg, and we're doing YouTube live for the first time. So we're kind of nervous,
I'm not.
but it looks
That
like everything's
nervous.
going well so far.
Yay.
So we've done a summer series on Steven Spielberg, and it's the most successful our podcast has ever been. Our listenership has never been bigger. We'll see if that continues to hold when our next movie is the movie
Is
Drumline.
Drum roll, please. Drumline. Whatever. The fucking movie's a blast. I sound weird in my headphones. Maybe it's the head.
So
Okay.
we'll see, you know, we'll see if the audience is willing to stay from Steven Spielberg and some of the most popular movies of all time
Through Nick Cannon.
through the canon
The
of Nick Cannon.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right through his little cannonball hole. Hi, everyone who's joining. I hate that we can't see who's joining. All we can see is who's in the chat. This is a problem.
Who's commenting? Well, listen,
You've got no solution for this?
yeah, open up your phone
Oh
and go and
What if
join
I
as
get-
yourself.
my God.
and
Then
then
I'm
you
going
can
to,
see.
but then I'll inflate the numbers. I wouldn't want that.
Close Encounters was boring as hell. What a
Says who? Who said that?
Patrick has a thing about slow movies.
Because he's slow. Hey, when's the last time you tried to watch it, sir?
Well, he has no interest in ever rewatching it
But
because
give me the date. Give me the date you watched it or year. That's what I'm trying to say. to
also
you.
doesn't like Richard Dreyfuss except for the Goodbye Girl. The Goodbye Girl kind of sucks though.
I'm about to say goodbye, boy. Dreyfus is a snack. Okay, so it doesn't tell us who. It just YouTube also only says who's in the chat, but not who's watching. Boo. Oh, I bet I can. This is riveting. Me learning how to use something for the first time. Look at me do this.
Yeah, let's see if
Let's see. Let's see the crowd go wild when I'm gonna heart my own self. Look at there.
all right.
Hearting.
So first of all,
Heart.
to all of the people participating in the chat, I guess what I'd first like to know is just rapid fire your favorite Steven Spielberg movie.
Rapid that fire, bitches.
And mine would be Jaws. And Lacey, what would yours be?
Oh, I'm part of this.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, fuck.
I know I always have these surprise.
I love the Fablemans, which I didn't realize I was going to love it so much, and I do. Was that too loud for you, dear?
Yeah.
Was that too loud? I'm sorry. AI, artificial intelligence, was shockingly good. Close Encounters,
So
great.
you're just naming all of his movies.
But I'm trying to give the ones that I said 5 stars to.
Okay.
Asshole. And then, I mean, obviously Jurassic Park. What's the one with the fish? Just kidding. I know some like Dory. Some like it Dory. I really fucked that up today. All right. Who? I don't like that. I can't see who's on here. How can I say hi to you if you don't say hi in the chat? All right, we're really just going to talk to ourselves. Hook, you're out of here, Coda. Get him out of here.
Hook. Oh, you're not going to like my rankings that I'm going to give
Oh,
later in the later in the
saucy bitch.
episode.
Hook has a special place in my heart, but is not a good movie, as it turns out. We did have to revisit it. And if everyone's feeling weird that me and Matt aren't sitting on each other's laps right now, I have a way to connect us. I have popsicle sticks that I can just throw at him. See? From me
Ouch.
to
That's
him.
smart.
See what I can do there?
That popsicle stick hit me in the arm.
TV magic.
You know, popsicle is one of these things that Laci loves, which is
Temple of Doom. Good answer, sir.
Laci loves collecting brand names that are used interchangeably with the product. So popsicles, we are supposed to just call them ice pops.
I will not.
Or frozen pops.
'Cause
Popsicle is a
the brand.
proprietary brand.
Thank you so much.
Like Kleenex, like Q-tip.
Are we really playing
Give
this
us some
game?
other examples.
Oh my god, that's some Jurassic Park is my other. Okay, I hate Peter Pan. Just like the lore.
I don't like Peter Pan. I mean, I don't like
As
the
a
idea.
concept?
Yeah, the concept. I find him obnoxious, and I find, hey, you know what you should do? Grow up. Everyone should just grow up.
That's what
already.
I'm saying. I'm very mature. So
I'm so mature.
have children, I say.
So we got a Jurassic Park, we got a Hook, we got a Temple of Doom, we got a Last Crusade, and Patrick has another favorite Spielberg. I don't know what his other favorite other than Last Crusade is. And Laci named 5 different movies. Now, can you tell me what do you think is the thing you learned most about Steven Spielberg doing this summer, or just what you learn? Period. Doing this summer series covering a
that
director?
he's a classic kid of a divorce, not just because of the way his movies are scripted, but because of the way he acts in the industry, how he's always spreading it around and trying to prove himself. And Catch Me If You Can. Yes, that's one of my favorites. I meant to say that. He seems to want to prove himself over and over again and make everyone happy. And I really very hard, I hard relate to that. Also that he's a bit of a stinker in terms of making up some stories, but usually they're fun. He likes to mythologize, and he's just, hey Neo, and he's generally just he's a nice guy. People like to work with him. I was worried if you dig too long on any one person, you end up finding bad things. But I mean, the worst thing is that he lies about his age and about his origin story for how he started working on the Universal lot. I'm cool with it.
I assume he has a team of people to cover up any and all bad news. And a team of people to be the bad guy, where he's like, oh shucks, I just love everybody and everything.
Well, I think that's nice of him to have a henchman. He's
like Richie Rich's father, he's like, we're a family here at Rich Corporation, and then he has his goons go and break some knees and stuff.
I need to rewatch this movie.
It's there. It's there if you know what to look for.
Neo, tell Brenda hi. Neo and Brenda will be on the pod.
My brother Elliot is in.
Hi,
yes.
Elliot.
Hi Elliot. Thank you for joining us.
In, man. You're doing it.
Participate by telling us your favorite Steven Spielberg movie.
Yes, and then tell us how pretty I am.
You are looking very pretty today.
All right, we're participating. Yes.
What about we often talk about directors, maybe too much.
Some would say.
Do you think you understand? Do you understand the director and the way the director can put himself in his movies or themselves into their movies?
Let go of that. That's a weird thing.
It's a crutch I have. Yes,
yeah, but it's just all armpit city when you on the reality of it is armpit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He has given me a bigger appreciation for the role of director. I obviously know that that's important, but the care he takes to explain where each actor is in the scene, to place them, to work with them one-on-one, and to get them in the right mindset, especially kids, and in not a creepy way. Anyone who's worked with this many human bodies and doesn't have any assault charges, I've got a special place for him. And I think when directing is done well, it makes a huge, you feel them. That's how you get their signature style. They have a signature work ethic, or make movies when they feel a certain kind of connection and passion to the material. I think that's why some of his are just some of them hit so hard and others are a miss because of where he was in his life or how connected he was to the project in general. What'd you ask?
He did. What'd you learn about directors? I guess.
Oh,
I was just, hey, talk about directors. And you did.
I did it. I vamped.
So Coda really likes Ready Player One. And I have been very surprised at how much love there is for Ready Player One, at least in our circles and our whatever slice of internet
Slices and circles, pies.
culture we are a part of, people, I'm the only person who doesn't like Ready Player One.
It's fucking good. It's sweet. It's well directed. The CGI looks amazing. Story's interesting. I like the ending.
And a commanding lead performance
Enough. I don't.
from Ty Sheridan, who plays Wade Watts, and he talks like this.
Matt's making a poop.
So if you can connect how many listens our podcast gets per episode to how popular the movie is, which I have found to generally be true. When we do Star Wars, we get more listens than when we do
Wait, we're
a Buster
moneyballing.
Keaton movie.
We're moneyballing. What are you
We're
doing? You
moneyballing.
cracking the system? Tell me how the juice is squeezed.
So
Give it to me.
the most popular episode we've ever done by far
Okay.
is Jurassic Park. And I have suspected Jurassic Park is, for our generation of people, or of people who grew up around the 1990s, Jurassic Park is the movie. It is more popular than any superhero movie, than any Batman movie, than Star Wars or Back to the Future or anything else. That Jurassic Park is far and away the most popular series.
It hit just as our generation were starting to go to the theaters.
Yeah.
And it was my first movie that wasn't animated in the theater.
I think it really lived on to people even who came later, and I don't know if it's they discovered the
They're
sequels.
their older siblings, perhaps.
Yeah, that or Titanic. Yeah, I mean, we haven't done a Titanic
The Ship
episode.
of
We are
Dreams.
saving that for Sweeps Week
Look,
because Lacey and I both love.
sweeps.
We
We're gonna
both
sweep
love
floor.
Titanic.
We fucking do. We're lame
And
and we love it.
I suspect. No, I could see Titanic being a more popular movie than Jurassic Park.
I tell you, it's the VHS I find the most in the wild.
So that's the one they're selling the most. People are getting rid of the most. It's like how Oasis's
No.
third album, "Be Here Now,"
These are VHSs.
was the most thrifted album.
These are VHSs.
Yeah.
They're just a lot of them.
Um,
I love that movie too, Coda.
And then Patrick had this to say that Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is the 118th highest ranked movie on IMDb. How many Spielberg movies would we guess are in the top 250? At least 5 to 7. I mean,
God,
is it
Patrick.
going to be more? Wow.
12.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than 10.
I wouldn't.
But IMDb, and I don't keep up with the IMDb 250 like I did when I was a teenager. Well,
I mean, we're not as young as we used to be, Matt, huh?
it's true.
You're
But there
pulling
was
all
a-
that tang.
There was
Don't
like
have
a
time.
I know. I was swatting it
Hey,
away.
Brittany, my love.
Hey, all the many women who are interested in dating me because I could talk about the IMDb
Brittany made you think of this?
250. This is what I was already saying. There was sort of a vibe of movies that would make that list. It wouldn't be like, you wouldn't get old Hollywood classics. You'd get Tarantino movies and Robert Rodriguez movies.
Oh yeah, it was for the kids. It's the kids who like to list these days. They're
Yeah.
on the internet
Mhm.
reading.
So what,
IMDb.
but what
you would
is,
say is internet based, wouldn't you? It's in the name, baby.
you could argue it's based
I
on
could-
the internet.
I could.
Yeah.
I could.
What is the IMDb #1 movie right now? Is it still Shawshank Redemption? Is it The Dark Knight?
You're honestly asking me.
I'm
As if I have any
asking
fucking
the air. Is it The Godfather? Somebody help me out.
Thank you. Someone do a Google.
But I think I was trying to build to like, is Ready Player One also actually super popular? Maybe among people a little younger than us. Dark Knight is #3, Patrick says.
Okay.
But what's #1? Is it Shawshank Redemption?
Give it up. Give it up, Patrick. Give us the goods. You're looking at 3. How the fuck can't you see 1 right now?
He has the thing where he can only see #3. It's
Oh,
like the
no.
number 23 with Jim Carrey, but 3.
Not good. Maybe Schindler's List, maybe, or Gone with the. Yeah, but he's saying like classics don't really tend
No,
to be
this
on
is
that
IMDb
list.
top 250. So this is voted on by users of IMDb.
And users don't get down with Gone with the Wind.
Shawshank is #1. Okay.
Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Patrick, eat love for me that I love you.
And Shawshank is one of those movies that like it on cable, people just ingested it as like this holy text.
It's infinitely watchable.
Mhm.
Uplifting as fuck.
I only watched it like straight through for the first time on an airplane with you 2 years ago. I realized, I've never seen this movie in order, I guess.
It's like, well, sitting next to this twat, I think the best thing to do would be watch this long movie.
That's what I thought.
Morgan Freeman, take me away.
Do you remember that there was a person sitting next to us on the plane who was watching the movie with us on mute?
Yeah, that just happens sometimes. The movie's that good. It's like, I'm reading an article. I was gonna sleep on this. Oh,
Elliot wants us to talk about Liam Neeson's cameo in season 3 of Atlanta.
how come we can't do that cool thing that we were doing on the other live where they put the questions up on the screen? How come we can't do that, Matt? Show. Elliot, look, we can see your pretty face now.
Liam Neeson's cameo in season 3 of Atlanta. I haven't seen
Okay.
season 3 of
We
Atlanta.
haven't. We've only seen up through season 2.
But
I'm
Liam
going to
Neeson
Atlanta
did
next
play
month.
Oscar Schindler, and he was quite good. So
Okay. Well, 7 degrees of
we're
bacon.
seeing a lot of love for Catch Me If You
Catch
Can.
Me If You Can is another one that I could watch over and over again. The Post was great. I don't know what's my favorite, Matt.
You really seem to like The Fablemans.
I loved it.
And I did too. I loved it the first time I saw it, but saw it the second time and I realized this is one of his very best movies.
No one has explained what to you, Elliot.
The Liam
Catch Me If
Neeson
You
thing in
Can?
Atlanta.
Oh.
So tell me, everybody, we on our episode about Catch Me If You Can a few weeks
Brittany,
ago,
get out of here with Hook.
we exposed
Knock. Sorry, Patrick.
we exposed the truth of Frank Abagnale and the fact that not only did he make up everything that happened in Catch Me If You Can, he never did any of that stuff. At best, he was a pervy, scuzzy, stalkery guy who
He
dressed up
conned-
in a pilot's costume from a Spirit Halloween.
He's a con that also conned Spielberg and the
And-
beautiful Leo DiCaprio.
Yes.
They too thought that what they were doing was a true story about a con man. Turned out the man was still lying. A little bit of a habitual problem. Look at Brittany using the term popcorn movie. Get out of here. Industry term. Get out of here.
Does the fact that Catch Me If You Can sells it as a
Hey,
true
Cinema
story?
Sloth.
Does the fact that Catch Me If You Can sells itself as a true story, but is totally full of shit? Does that affect the way that you guys on here see the movie? I found it didn't affect the way I saw the movie.
Well,
Did
because
it
you
you?
knew about it before, and I watched it, and then you told me about. I mean, I've seen it a million times, but then you told me. You surprised me, and my instinct is like, yes, that's going to affect it the next time I saw it, but no, it's just going to suck me in. That's what's great about it. You watch it, and it's just on, and then you're like, oh, I hope he gets away. Oh, I hope they become friends.
Yeah. No, I did all that
Cinema
research.
Sloth. I didn't know you were out in Atlanta. I'm going for a conference. Not to brag, a work conference.
Just go see a whale shark for me.
Okay. If you'd like to see 500 attorneys in one room, you come to me, Cinema Sloth.
Elliot, my brother, says he was not a Hook child nor a Free Willy kid. Now, I was a Free Willy kid, but
I was
yes,
too.
we were not Hook kids.
What
And
the-
the second episode of our show was about Hook, and we
Don't
kind of
listen
had
to
to.
it.
We kind of had.
Bye, Coda. Thank you for stopping in right after you went to work. And I'm sorry your walk-in fridge was not working.
Thank you, Coda. Love you.
Love you.
I had no nostalgia at all for Hook, and so I just viewing it as an adult. The only thing I remembered about Hook when I was a kid was that I found it super boring. I remember falling asleep watching it. Then, as an adult, as a 30-year-old man, I watch it and I'm like, nope, I was right when I was 4 years old. This is so boring.
You just gotta wait for the good parts.
And I tell this to adults, and they're like, "You're insane!
No.
It's so good." And then I'll say, "When's the last time you watched it?" And they're like, "I watched it last fucking week."
They jerk off to it. It's not possible. But like the people stuck up for Jingle All the Way as well, and like other movies that are just I don't get it.
Yeah, the Page Master.
The
I'm
Page
surprised.
Master.
We talk about some garbage, and I'm surprised at people who stick up for it.
Yes,
Why don't
Brittany,
you-
Robin Williams was in Hook. You're good. You're getting so many points right now.
Don't
No, I mean,
patronize Brittany.
I'm loving Brittany.
Yes.
Don't let him talk to you like that, Brittany.
Hey, here's what I'd like to know, everybody. What's a load-bearing beam of yours? What's a movie that you think
Bangarang, Rufio.
I'm not so sure this movie I used to love would hold up if I watched it now? Brittany said
Brittany,
Page Master
no.
was her favorite, and so was Jingle All the Way.
No.
And Brittany's a lot younger than us.
Yeah, 10 years younger.
Toys. I've never seen Toys.
Oh,
Never
I have
seen
it with
Toys.
Robin Williams. And,
Yes. And Toys.
it's dark, is what I remember.
that was
Hey, Jess. Hey, sis. What's going on?
Toys was a huge passion project for Robin Williams, and he was really mad that it was coming out right around the time that Aladdin was coming out. And
oh shit!
he made Disney promise not to promote the fact that Robin Williams was in it in Aladdin, to not put that in the marketing because he didn't want Aladdin to cannibalize
Right, Aladdin.
Toys.
Robin Williams,
And
right.
then they did promote Robin Williams is the genie,
and that's
then
all he ever was again.
Toys bombed, which I'm sure it would have bombed anyway. But
It's
that caused a
weird,
big falling out with Disney and Robin Williams.
Well, they lost a good genie there. I tell you, they can't put that genie back in the bottle. Huh? Who's with me? Remember about Page Master was that there was some scary goo at one point. That sounds right.
Scary goo.
I know that like the
Ink?
animation like
Yes, there we
takes
go.
over.
Yes, the paint from
It's when the movie gets bad. Guess
the-
what? Macaulay Culkin needs to be live to see his little face.
Hey, Captain Hot Dog,
Him-
thanks for joining
hey,
us.
Captain, are you on your break? I thought you couldn't make it, my man.
Wayne's World.
Coneheads. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never seen Coneheads.
I gave you this for that. I'm rocking now.
Lacey, do you like Coneheads?
Yeah, I remember really liking it.
Would it be a load-bearing beam?
No. I love Dan Aykroyd. I love anything from SNL during that period, but no, I would watch. Why do I'm thinking of Mom and Dad Save the Universe? Like those must have came out. I feel like I need to pick one or the other for some reason, which doesn't make any sense. I need to fill up my Shrek glass with something that's not milk.
Okay. We'll see you in a minute. So Patrick asks, what's the best SNL movie? It's got to be Wayne's World. I mean, I think it's Wayne's World, but SNL in general is a big blind spot for me. And SNL movies, I mean, so the Superstar. Lacey, what are the big SNL movies? Night at the Roxbury. That literally began as an SNL sketch. Yeah. Does like Corky Romano count?
No.
Okay.
Corky Romano's not a character on. That is some frothy milk.
Blues Brothers. Yeah, Blues Brothers. I know that they started on SNL. But yeah, this is just a big blind spot for me. Is SNL and SNL comedies. Ladies Man. Ladies Man.
No. Let me just peruse. Is my button here? My button's in here. Okay.
Yeah, we got another Ladies Man. So, and Captain Hot Dog says yes, he's on his break, and it's a long story.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that. Would you say a school band was stopping you from? We have a parade issue here too, if that's what you mean.
I think we are going to cover A Night at the Roxbury on the show one day.
It's one of my movies that I'm well aware is bad, but I watched it over and over again those 6 weeks I decided to go to college. It could have been all the drugs.
Do you want to just go ahead and put it on the schedule?
Let's just go ahead and put it on the schedule. Yeah.
So our September, guys,
love?
our September is going to be Drumline, Friday the 13th, Part 2.
My schedule is too stupid.
A Night at the Roxbury, road trip.
No, I have to mix in something smart sounding. I can't.
Okay,
I can't go Drumline.
Let's crowdsource this.
No, it's my fucking bean, man.
Well, let's just get some weigh in.
Oh.
So yeah, we already recorded our Drumline episode. That's coming out in 2 weeks. By the way, our episode about the Fablemans came out today, featuring Paul of Twin Flicks, and it is the season finale of The Summer of Spielberg. And it's it is a wonderful, wonderful movie if you've never seen it. And if it sounds like a boring movie, like, oh, little boy Steven Spielberg falls in love with the movies and his parents get a divorce, and it's sad.
It is so. Watch it and don't like it, and I'll mail you a kiss.
But yes, like Jessica Rabbit.
Why am I lagging?
Don't worry about it. So that's the episode that came out today. Next week we are off, and the following week we're coming back to our normal scheduled programming with
the Nick Cannon drumline, not the classic drumline from the talkies. Talkies are the. I was trying to think of something old. All right, yes, that drumline.
Yes, with Drumline.
You watched Drumline today at work?
What?
How is that fucking possible? We watched it last night.
For work. This is what pays the bills, as you know.
You've seen Dunstan Checks In. No, I've seen it. And didn't it have a twin movie? Dunstan Checks In. Isn't it also confused for another one with a monkey or something?
Ed is the other Great Ape movie that came out around that time, but that's a baseball movie and it's a chimp, not an orangutan.
I'm talking about another hotel movie.
Another
I feel like there's two hotel movies that happen, or maybe just because that's the little girl from Hocus Pocus.
There's
right?
not a girl in Dunstan Checks In.
Well, there you go. That's the problem. I'm thinking of a different fucking movie. A Monkey as a Bellman. Genius.
Yeah, Dunstan Checks In is on the list.
12 Things I Hate About You. Is it not 10 Things I Hate About You?
It's 10 Things I Hate About You. That is on the list as well. And we're also relaxing the rules with our show where it doesn't have to be a movie that
we're
only
so
one of us has
attached
seen and that one of us is so attached to, because we need to be able to keep making episodes. Monkey Trouble, yeah, I remember that just existing. I never
Edward
saw
Scissorhands is a perfect one. We did that on the podcast, right?
We
did a
did.
whole Tim Burton thing,
Yes.
but that was my movie. That's one of my movies I love. And I remember your reason for why that movie really touched you, Cinema Sloth, and I love your reason. You were talking about it on a live, I think, unless you did a video about it. The Shape of Water, That's the one with the alien. I mean the
monster,
monster.
the fish
I love
monster.
that too. I
Yeah,
love
that was
movie.
a great movie. That was
really beautiful movie.
Guillermo del Toro won Best Picture a few years ago.
10 Things I Hate About You, probably your favorite movie of all time.
Patrick, I knew that you loved that movie. I didn't know you.
Patrick,
I always thought Back to the Future
Dumb and
2
Dumber.
was your,
I thought was our
or Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
Well, this keeps happening. This might be my thing.
No, I know Patrick and Laci. One, when they get together, they're bad for each other, and two, they're very similar. So one is one of my best friends. The other
Is a best friend right here.
is
a lady.
is my wife.
Hey,
Who's a lot
Nighthawk.
like Patrick.
We done Ace Ventura?
God, these comments, I'm gonna go crazy.
Don't go crazy. Go mad with
Elliot, you are thinking of the movie Wild America starring Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Oh,
And
yes.
yes, it's on my list.
Made in the Jungle.
And
Jungle to Jungle.
Nighthawk, we have done Ace Ventura Pet Detective. That was one of our early episodes.
My movie. Don't listen to it. It's bad. We weren't good. We weren't good the first couple years. We were cranky. I was cranky. I was drunk. And now I'm like a button up.
We also would
all
only
business.
we also would only talk about the movie for 10 minutes and be like, I don't know. I don't
You know what else?
I thought he was
fucking happened?
annoying.
Right. And then this motherfucker watches Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and the way they treat Minnie Mouse makes me oughta. That's what they were like.
And I was like, and it's transphobic, and that's all I have to say.
Oh,
It's
I
like,
mean,
that's
yeah.
the only thing.
I wish we'd covered the when nature calls. Way less problematic. And he's coming out of a rhino's ass.
I've never seen
so-
it, but I know that a rhino's ass is involved.
Not drunk Lacey. Brittany, get out of here with that sit. I'm gonna get you.
So yes. So our schedule is Drumline. Then on Friday the 13th, 2024, we are doing Friday the 13th Part 2. My
Man
favorite
of the house. Good call.
my favorite film in the Friday series. I think one of the great slashers of all time. The week after that, we don't know. It's Lacey's pick,
I'm
but she
gonna
doesn't
pick
know what she's
something
going to pick.
Super smart. Can you decode your brother?
Lacy
Brain
Brain. Yes.
is going to expose.
Explode.
Ah, there we go.
I thought it was expose.
I would have a brain expose about my brain.
My brother and my lovely sister-in-law they're gonna be on the show one day, and the movie I think we're gonna be talking about is Airheads.
That's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
I love Airheads.
And
I've been thinking for a while Biodome because I feel like I need a Pauly Shore movie, but that sure as hell isn't my smart movie. So don't remember what I just said. Erase.
I like Son-in-Law. I
like
I've seen
Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law the past few years. I never knew anything about Pauly Shore, but once I saw him, I was like, oh, this is the guy that everybody's making fun of.
I thought he was perfectly entertaining.
It was
to
a
me.
pretty good movie, and he was kind of sweet in it.
He's always
I like
sweet.
that he helps.
He's always sweet.
He helps Carla Gugino. It was nice.
It's nice.
And then to close out September, we're doing Todd Phillips's film Road Trip, my movie.
Anyone named Todd is a friend of mine.
And we're doing that because Todd Phillips's Joker movie is coming out that same day. And I think Todd Phillips, everything he says is annoying as hell.
In the Army Now, that's another one. That one is good.
I never heard about that one.
Well, it's about
Heard
the
of
Army.
that one.
Friday the 13th. Part 2 is the best final girl in this. Yeah, sweat. Who? Mr. Blue Third. Can you? Do you know who that is?
I don't know, but I so agree. Jenny is her character.
But I'm
She's
sure
the
it's
best.
someone we know.
She uses psychology to defeat Jason, and that happened in Trap. And I was like, hey, she's doing the Friday the 13th Part 2 thing.
Trap is fucking great. Anyone who says it's not is dumb. Also, I love anyone in the chat that does not like it, but you're dumb. Ask me about my win. Don't get me to say things, Brittany. I love son-in-law too. And I love my sister-in-law. Ha!
Hi, Stitch.
I got her.
You got her. You got Jess.
Stitchy, hello. You were already here, and now you're here again.
All right, let's try to follow the show notes that we have.
We have notes.
We had a production meeting. Don't you remember?
Blades of Glory. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
What was your least favorite? We covered 9 Spielberg movies.
Yes.
We did
Can you
E.T.,
name-
Jurassic Park, Minority Report, Raiders of the Lost Ark, AI, Catch Me If You Can, Ready Player One, Fablemans, Close Encounters. So,
Oh, they're all good.
least favorite though of all of those.
Name them again.
No.
No, okay.
Okay, we did E.T.,
Uh-huh.
Jurassic Park,
Uh-huh.
Minority Report,
Mhm.
Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Got it.
AI Artificial Intelligence, Ready Player One, Catch Me If You Can, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, The Fablemans.
I'm gonna be eaten alive. But out of all of those, the one I least want to watch again is Raiders.
How dare you?
I mean, I've seen it a bunch of times, so haha, I don't have to see it again.
no, it was it was the one you seemed the least into.
Yeah.
Although beforehand you said you loved it and you thought it
I
was
love-
a comedy.
I did think that. I also, well, I just love him. I love Harrison Ford,
Hmm.
but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I was checking my watch. I have good memories of it, but whatever.
So that's your least favorite. You would
Pick one Spielberg movie. The rest have to go forever.
have to go
Oh.
forever. So is this a thing
This is
where?
important because
But is this a just pick your favorite, or is this like if I go to
No.
the desert island, I want the
No.
longest movie
it's
with
not
the
that
most?
either. I think it's more important than that. I think
Yeah, Lacey likes Marion. She likes.
I love Marion,
likes Karen Allen. Karen Allen is so wonderful.
and that's why I love the fourth one because she comes back.
Yeah,
Fucking love that one, and I love that it's ancient aliens. That makes the most sense. But why does religion make more sense than the other ones to find aliens? We're all gonna find them sometime. Thumbs up, people. Everybody.
yeah. Cinema Sloths. I agree. Ready Player One is my least favorite.
That's
It's the only one of the ones we did this summer that I dislike. My second least favorite was actually Catch Me If You Can, which I really like. But the other 7 movies I
They're-
think are all
yeah.
5-star classics.
right.
And that's just sort of the
Certified bangers.
the schedule we laid out for ourselves. We chose not to do like the BFG and the Terminal and Always and
What have you? Like this live chat. Aw, Paul, you little cheerleader. I do love you. He the best.
and you said your favorite was the Fablemans. Mine would be AI
I just
of
wanna
the ones
watch
we
it
covered.
again.
We didn't do Jaws because we are still planning on doing a Jaws commentary. We'll get
Right.
around to that one day.
We
We
did
have-
a Twister commentary, and that'll be something we are offering on our Patreon once we ever set it up. But we're trying to get a fucking library going. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because we sat down to do the Twister commentary and it was so fucking hard.
It was so you
Couldn't
think
believe how hard it was.
because you're trained not to sit there and talk through a movie.
I know.
And every time I talk, he yells at me. But this time he couldn't. And all of a sudden I was like,
I can say whatever I
Elliot.
want now.
Elliot, that's rude. What the hell? It's only the second. I've only had one.
He's talking about himself.
Oh, I love you then. Okay. That was hey. Oh, we're all gonna have a sip. Okay. That's Matt's fourth. He's wild. We can't both have a sip at the same time or else there's dead air and our stock is gonna plummet.
Are people saying their least favorite Steven Spielberg now in the chat? I don't remember if I asked that.
I can't read that.
Because
far.
people are also
the
saying
terminal,
their
the
favorite
terminal,
ones.
the terminal.
But somebody else says the Terminal's the best one. The Terminal's
Stitch.
okay. Like the Terminal's not a. I don't like the Terminal that much, but it's still like hard to dislike it because it's still just Tom Hanks being really charming,
Yeah.
and
AI
that
is his
airport looks really
favorite.
cool.
God, you and Cinema Sloth have so much in common.
Cinema Sloth. My
You're
God.
like the only. You guys have been on. You guys were perfectly in sync for Deadpool and Wolverine. You're like the only ones. You had the same thoughts on. Did you see Trap, Cinema Sloth? I can't remember. But I don't know. Just in
It's like
general,
when Millhouse meets Shelbyville Millhouse.
you guys just remind me. of
This
each
is
other.
what it feels like when doves cry.
I really just love comfort. I love comfortable movies too. I agree.
Bridge of Spies is amazing. I love the late Spielberg career, sort of just historical drama starring Tom Hanks as a person good at his job.
Oh, look at Captain Hot Dog. Just you gotta be weird, don't you? You didn't see Trap Cinema Sloth? Please do see it because me and Matt freaking love it. It's a very divisive movie, and I feel like you'll get why it's great. But
I got my parents to see Trap.
what did they say?
My dad called me afterward, not because of the movie. He called me because he had
Because he was lost.
the Hulu's not working. Help with the Hulu. And as I'm helping him, he's like, I like that movie. And I was like,
Okay.
Trap? And he's like, yeah, why didn't they shoot that guy though?
Matt.
What?
Now he's gonna know.
The Post may be the most well acted of his movies. It is a great cast. I love Bob
Oh.
Odenkirk in a I mean, obviously he has Better Call Saul, but Bob Odenkirk
Love
in a
him.
Spielberg movie, great.
Love him.
But I
Look-
just love this zone of Spielberg. What was
But
that?
I can't tell if Captain is trolling us with the 1941 and Always.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
'cause
don't
I don't
either.
like those movies.
I
I'm
haven't
thinking,
seen him.
I'm thinking of watching 1941 again. I've only seen it the once. It was so he's not good at comedy, and that movie's such a mess. Have I seen? Yeah, we saw Nobody, the Bob Odenkirk movie. It was
It
good.
was good.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd's in it also. That was delightful to see.
Aw. Yeah, no, Stitch, we didn't give anything away. We're shut it down.
Oh, sorry.
Shut your trap about Trap.
Yeah. Okay.
He really didn't give anything away.
Yeah. No.
I promise.
And that's
And the funny part is that his dad falls asleep during all movies, so it doesn't even make sense what he said. So don't worry.
but my dad has had that comment before about
Patrick,
movies.
can you eat a dick? Nobody is basically John Wick, but better. There's nothing better than John Wick. Have you seen Keanu and the way that he moves? Have you seen it?
People are
you do need to
people
watch
are allowed
Trap
to have
Neo.
their opinions.
No. Patrick, come over here.
Hey, they're both allowed to exist. Nobody and
I
John
love
Wick.
nobody. Just let's not pit them against each other. Why not? We just love them equal.
I was glad that I knew it was from a different studio than John Wick, but I was glad that it didn't like reveal this is in the John Wick universe.
Oh, that would have been boring as hell. Yes, please. Can we just have as many different entities as possible so we have different sandboxes to play in and all of our characters don't merge and just fucking feed off of goddamn nostalgia and are lazy and don't have great story? No more mergy.
If they're Laci, what is a Spielberg movie we covered that you think is deserving of a sequel?
Ooh, Jurassic Park.
Yes, they need to go back to Jurassic Park.
More so because Jaws is already plural, so Jaw.
I can't believe Jaws. Like Jaws is this.
Jaw.
Jaws is so interesting
Come on,
because
it's a good joke. God damn it.
oh yes, that's good. Good joke, Jaw.
Thank you.
Because you got to go shorter.
No, because you pluralize the second of something, but it's already plural because it's got two jaws. Jaws.
I don't get it. You can put an apostrophe or just Jawses. Jawses.
I just meant because Jaws has an S on it. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But Jaws is so interesting because it's
See?
such a huge movie and it has 3 sequels that nobody likes, but nothing has been done with it for 40 years almost.
I think Spielberg is smart not to rely on sequels. It only cheapens. I mean, always leave them wanting more. If you can't even pull out a second amazing story out of the same place that you built, then I mean, it's just harder. You already tread the territory.
Yeah, Ernest Cline did write Ready Player 2, the sequel. I don't think there's no movie in the works for that, or if at least Spielberg isn't involved.
Neo says E.T. should have a sequel, and I don't agree. I feel like the ending is perfect. I feel like anything more you do with those two, and you take away what was so like heartfelt and meaningful about the ending of E.T. So try again, Neo.
E.T. is the rare like I have the very firm. I think if a sequel's bad, it shouldn't affect how you view the original. Like it shouldn't ruin it. I loved The Last Jedi. I hated The Rise of Skywalker, but The Rise of Skywalker doesn't affect my love for The Last Jedi. And I hope I didn't blow up the internet by saying that. But
look out, Kim Kardashian's butt.
I think E.T. might be affected if you then saw Elliot and E.T. reunite again.
Fun trivia: Elliot, Matt's brother, is named after that Elliot.
He is, yes.
That's fun.
Ooh, Patrick! I knew Patrick agreed about Last Jedi. We have many text exchanges.
God,
I
take
love
a picture of
movie.
that. Just take a picture of 100% agreed Matt from Patrick Perot.
I know. I'm going to just.
I put it in my spank bag, Patrick. That's how rare.
Yeah, Spielberg has said that's the movie. He would never make a sequel to that. I like that he's participated in the E.T. ride, which is technically a sequel, but it's like it's so disconnected.
Yeah.
You go to E.T.'s planet. And Spielberg is like on screen he's like, "Hi, I'm Steven Spielberg." And
Shut up, Patrick.
You got to go to E.T.'s planet. Botanicus is his teacher, and you got to help. Anyway, I like that you have like that silly stuff.
Look how sparkly my nails are.
Okay. Indiana Jones. Patrick wanted to talk about Indiana Jones, and I had this.
Shut up, Patrick.
I had this thing to say. Our friend Jimmy, who I believe is in attendance, texted me and he asked, would I like Miles Teller to play Indiana Jones? And I said, no, not that I don't like Miles Teller.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy from Whiplash and from Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
But you don't know actors. You don't remember them. He has a kind of unlikability that they might be able to use
Dr.
well.
G.
They are making a sequel to what?
Wait, you were in the middle of a point. What the fuck?
So yes, you short circuited.
You fucking them all up, Dr. G. Chris
yes.
Pine should play Indiana Jones. Okay, I watch anything.
So basically, who should play Indiana Jones? And my initial response was nobody. They need to let this die. I mean, for one thing, the last movie was a huge flop, and we did an Indiana Jones
kind of
live
enjoyed
stream.
it.
I did too. But we had an Indiana Jones live stream earlier this summer, and we came to the conclusion, based on very scientific evidence, that
Yes.
I don't think people care about
Of the 12
Indiana
people
Jones
that were in there, and we
anymore.
love you all. Right. Yeah. It just, people didn't have passionate feelings. It's not a franchise you see. Now that we're on Film Talk, oh, Breakover, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, Captain Hot Dog.
That's really sweet of you to spend your time here. I'll see you on my Discord. Anyway, when you spend enough time in the Film Talk world, you see where the franchises and the thing, even like the little special babies that people pick, and no one is talking about Indiana Jones. They're just not like it missed a generation, missed a step or something.
Well,
I think too long of a stretch.
I think it's certainly beloved, but I think maybe its fans are not people who go see new movies anymore. And I don't know. I don't know what to base that on other than the fact that the last movie did really poorly. But of course, in our lifetimes, there had already been a long time later sequel to Indiana Jones.
It's like, oh, you're doing that thing again. That
and
was
they're like,
not.
no, I already did that.
Did
and
it,
yeah,
yeah.
that was 15 years earlier, but I already did that. I'm not doing that again.
I liked every one of them, especially from 3 to 5. Am I bad at movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said yeah, right? I think maybe I'm bad
Are
at
you
this.
bad at movies?
I don't. I feel like I'm bad at movies. I don't know how to make that more
You
clear.
have very good opinions about movies, but sometimes our tastes do not align, my love.
The last one, have Shia LaBeouf. No, it was one before that, which is maybe my favorite one. The fourth one, with the giant ants.
But the point was like, even though it feels like who wants an Indiana Jones series without Harrison Ford, and
Right.
also who
It hurts
wants an
too much.
Indiana Jones series with Harrison Ford?
Right, it hurts too much.
To Disney or whatever studio actually owned it will be like, well, we can't just sit on this property. This is valuable real estate. We got to do something with this.
No, you just fucking make it ride and call it a day.
Which they are bringing
There.
the Indiana Jones ride to Disney World. It's replacing Dinosaur.
I think that's just like Vegas for movies. Let them go retire in dignity and never let them rest their IP, but they don't have to actually, have too much effort. That's not true. Cher and whoever else is in Vegas put in a lot of
but there's
effort,
yes,
but there's something safe
but
about
it's
it.
much less effort than touring because you're all in one place. It's very
Exactly,
comfortable. You sleep in
exactly.
your bed every night.
Just put the IP somewhere in your parks and fucking just know you own it. Just be a collector like us. Like that's enough. Quit ruining it for the people who love it.
Okay, so
God.
so I see Dr. G. McGee and Stitch are saying this.
Put
like,
it up on the
there's
thing. Do the thing. Fucking come on, technology. Look at this. Ho.
Indiana Jones inspired by movie serials and by James Bond. So you can change the actor. And my friend Jimmy was talking about this.
That's how it was supposed to be.
James Bond, you change the actor. But the thing is with James Bond, there was only 7 years between the first time Sean Connery played James Bond and the next, and then George Lazenby taking over. So that's only 9 years, whereas Harrison Ford has had like almost 50 years playing.
Right. If they were going to switch it up, they needed to switch it up by the third one or something. I mean, and he's just too damn charismatic. Like once you see him in that hat and that sweaty chest with that whip, that's it. Who else? I get he was supposed to be more of like a Bond style traveling guy, but he's not. He had a wonderful romantic little tale in the first one, and that settled him down, people.
And James Bond was a book series before he was a movie character, whereas Indiana Jones has only ever been Harrison Ford. And my point with all of this is like, okay, how about instead of trying to figure out what to do with this property, let's just make the new Indiana Jones. Like Indiana Jones didn't exist until George Lucas and Steven Spielberg came up with him. So let's come up with something new that captures the spirit of Indiana Jones.
Could do this. Yes.
And is not connected in any way whatsoever. People will just be like, this movie, I have fun at this movie the way I did with Indiana Jones.
And one day when they're watching it on streaming, something will say, if you like this movie, you might also, movie. That's how you find things, people. That's how we spread this love around.
And they do it occasionally.
Wait, that is a fun fact, Patrick. Sean Connery was only 11 years older than Harrison Ford when he played his dad. That's such, and I did notice how young Sean, like they went out of their way to make him look old. But like I remember much older Sean Connery in The Rock. So
yeah, but he's like an action hero in that. He's so badass in The Rock.
Like you can hear him creak. Like
Indiana Jones is a ripoff of a Charlton Heston movie. Which Charlton Heston movie? they tried that with National
Bring the
Treasure.
receipts.
What I'm saying is
Dr.
like
Creed.
do National
Dr.
Treasure
Creed.
again. I don't mean make a sequel to National Treasure, but
But that movie's fun.
make a fun adventure movie again.
And-
Why not?
And it's fun because it's different. And like after our kid liked Indiana Jones so much, like way back in the day, we were trying like what's like that. So like people do need like a deep catalog. I mean, the Mummy,
Mhm.
different. We traveled around to different things. It's nice to have options.
Spielberg
Let's
did
not
it
make
with
everything a fucking sequel.
Spielberg did it with Adventures of Tintin. I
Exactly
think the
what I was gonna
Jumanji
say.
movies recently kind of
Oh yeah, the
got
recent
into
ones,
that.
too.
Yeah. So all of it, but then I ultimately realized
Everything's a ripoff of everything. Dr. J.
what I ultimately came to the sad conclusion is, they're just going to have an AI Harrison Ford playing Indiana Jones,
Which we should definitely boycott.
and all of our favorites will be back as AIs.
I did not like the de-aged part of the new one. That part was hard to watch. I mean, it just didn't look good, and it's just like I don't need this part. Just find a different way to give me some exposition.
because it's so noticeable. You
It's
look
so-
like that, but you're
it-
not moving
it
like
hurt-
that.
It hurts my heart. I know that that's not what he's capable of. I know that's not who he is. I know that wasn't really him. And there's something I like seeing my like uncle on the screen or something and pretending he's much more young and spry and looks different. And then you cut to what he is. There's something heartbreaking about that. Like, let's just embrace what he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an uncle. Yes, I do.
Do you the movie with Zendaya's boyfriend and the giant ships is fun? Uncharted. She's
Oh.
referring to Uncharted. Tom Holland
Matt,
is
you know so many
Zendaya's
things.
boyfriend. I saw that movie.
Hey,
I'm a-
Matt sees movies.
Patrick, what do I agree with? What
Yeah, Patrick fucking string a whole sentence. I don't know why I'm being so
with
hard on
National
Patrick.
Treasure?
That it's a ripoff or a companion, a brother in spirit. I'm gonna stop.
So yeah, AI Harrison Ford, AI Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker until we die, AI Ripley from Alien, AI Sarah Connor. All the movies we always liked, they're just going to get remade with AIs, and we're all going to be like, this sucks, but we'll still see it. And Hollywood will be like, you like this, don't you? You like this sloppy
Yeah.
pigs.
Yeah,
little
you
pigs.
like when I do it like that.
We'll
I was
oink our,
being-
and twirl our little tails at them.
See Uma Thurman. Dr. G made that. Hello. Isn't she cute? Oh, her foot's on backwards. There we go. Dr. G, I show her off on all of my lives. I want you to know that.
I see that Patrick is leaving comments the same way he texts
It is not
me,
lying,
which is
Brittany, and I feel like you're being a little passive aggressive. I do not appreciate that. Thank
The
you.
same
This
way-
is beer.
the same way he texts me, which is with hostility, and wants it to make it a quest, wants me to do work to understand.
We're kind of juggling a lot of things right now. Patrick, can you just spoon feed it, please? Directly above. Bitch ain't directly up. How do you know what it looks like on our end? You don't. Can we just say that Patrick Pro is a lifelong best friend of Matt, and that's why I'm treating him this way?
Yes.
This is not a person I don't know very well. Repost this asshole. Repost. You're
No, I know.
such a dick.
Patrick aggressive much. No, Patrick Pro,
I'm throwing stuff. Okay,
member
Brittany,
of my band Rural Route 9. You hear our music in every episode of Load Bearing Beams.
Brittany.
So Patrick says, and we've talked about this before.
I have to defend myself.
The Nazis are the absolute greatest movie villain ever. They are so irredeemable and easy to hate, except that one guy in Inglourious Basterds, who I would dare say is a hero.
Okay, wow, calm down.
What, Christoph Waltz? I don't remember Glorious Bastards that well. Okay, Nazis are the greatest villain.
But because they're so easy to hate, doesn't that cheapen it a little bit?
I know for Spielberg, once he did Schindler's List, he said he never wanted to go back to making Nazis
No hostility.
as silly villains. But they serve their purpose, and I liked that. The 3 original Indiana Jones movies take place before World War II, when Nazis were just like these weirdos in Germany and not the mass exterminators of the world. So you could kind of see them as a little silly or a little bumbling.
A little bit more like the producers.
Yeah,
Those kind of
and like,
Nazis.
but Hitler himself is a very goofy character, like obviously the most evil man in history, but also a very silly and dumb looking and sounding and feeling man. No, I love the Nazis as villains. And I thought it was a great idea in the new movie Dial of Destiny to make the characters basically neo-Nazis, to make them people who
We're
are
still
like
talking about Nazis. I fucking love the Zone of Interest.
the zone of
Cinema Star.
interest.
Yeah, I did. It was great. That and the Anatomy of a Fall, Both those movies, one actress, same year. Get out of here. Or they weren't. They're two.
No,
different
it was the
years.
same
So it's 2
actress.
years. And Brittany, just so you know, you weren't here at the beginning, so you didn't know this. But usually Matt and I sit next to each other for lives. But on YouTube, we can have our own cameras. So I had a stack of popsicle sticks to still show the viewers that we're in the same room by lovingly launching. That was toilet paper. Popsicle sticks that way. So no, I'm not drunk. I am being practical and loving.
Okay, we were
3D
aiming to go for about an hour, and we are nearing that. And the big ticket item is we're going to do our rankings. Okay, our
It's
rankings.
okay.
I know it's what you're all here for, and I'm going to rank all 34 Steven Spielberg movies.
What in the actual hell?
Okay, but first, Lacey's going to rank the 9 movies we covered this.
Fucking hate you. You're gonna put them on the. How am I gonna know what they are? I know you listed them.
No, you don't have to.
Okay, thank
Because
you.
you don't do rankings. Okay, is everybody ready?
Brittany,
we're
are
going
you
to go
drinking?
worst to first. Number 34.
Okay, give it to me.
A great man
I don't know what that
once
is.
said,
Oh, that's not the name of the movie.
"Let the past die. Kill it if you have to." That man was Kylo Ren. My number 34 movie is Hook. It is his worst movie. I think it is.
You don't have to vamp on all of them.
terrible
Just
movie.
fucking list. There's
I'm
already
gonna-
34 of them.
I'm going to
Just
say 3
fucking-
minutes of stuff about every
Oh
movie.
my god.
Okay, after that, Always. Number 32, 1941. Number 30. Wait.
You don't have to say the numbers, man.
Ready Player One. Okay, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, The BFG, The Terminal, War Horse,
I can't.
Amistad.
Ready Player One is way too low. All right, keep going.
I prefer the BFG. The BFG.
Is The Color Purple my favorite?
No. Above this, I'd say I like all of his movies. But okay, Empire of the Sun, Adventures of Tintin.
Wait, Patrick is causing some sort of a chat uprising. I don't appreciate it. He says, everyone, list your 5 favorite in the chat. Go. He's trying to distract them from your list.
Ooh.
He just typed a B. That doesn't even make sense. Sorry, my love. What were you saying? It's working. Patrick's totally tearing us apart. Jimmy agrees with Lacey.
Okay, number 25, Empire of the Sun. 24, Adventures of Tintin. 23, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. 22, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
He's already bored with
21,
his own list.
The Sugarland Express. Yeah, this was a bad idea. 20, The Color Purple. 19, Catch Me If You Can. Look, I
don't need the words. You still have 18 more movies, sir. You can defend yourself later.
18, War of the Worlds. 17, controversial, Saving Private Ryan. I am
Not
less.
controversial.
I think people love Saving Private Ryan. I am very
You don't-
mixed on it.
You don't know that many people.
admire a lot about it, but I have it kind of low on this
God, why
list.
don't you just get your big ball sack and say your movies? It's fine.
16, West Side Story. 15, Lincoln. 14, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Heard of it.
13, The Post. 12, Duel. 11, Bridge of Spies.
Duel is okay.
Duel is so good. Everybody,
you're being a little like boutiquey. Like
you
little
haven't seen
cheeky
Duel. Duel is
boutique-y.
amazing. Duel is 90
Okay.
minutes of pure sex. 10, Munich. 9, Jurassic Park. 8, Minority Report. 7,
Okay.
The Fabelmans. 6, E.T. 5, Schindler's List. 4, Raiders of the Lost Ark. 3, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. 2, AI Artificial Intelligence. 1, Jaws. That's my list.
All right, that's solid, except for everything you just said. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure I agree. Who knows?
Oh, no, the hottest
know?
take is having AI that high.
AI is fucking good.
But we
Please
were-
revisit it.
We were in love with AI when we watched it
Mhm.
on our podcast, and you tried to get some friends of yours to watch it, and it seemed like they weren't crazy about it.
No, they loved everything past the first 47 minutes. Me and Coda both really liked the first 40. I think you need the whole thing to build what it builds to. It's a hard movie to watch for some people, and it's sad. And usually Spielberg movies are a fucking ride. They're fun, and this movie still has fun parts, but it is heavy. And it has what I love is that it makes me think of a lot of things, and really made me like wonder what the future actually might be. Because it seems so close. What are you doing? You're sharing your screen in the middle of all this technology success. You yes, because they didn't hear your word, Matt. Wow.
Look at my
Proof
list.
of concept. This man has lists. Just follow him on Letterboxd. It's like a nice little dick suck to him.
Yeah, Schindler's List is hard to rank because it's like, is it really worse than Raiders of the
Dr.
Lost
G,
Ark?
you're the nutball.
But just as a movie, I have like one or two little quibbles with. I found Spielberg sometimes gets into schmaltzy Spielberg, and he does that a few times in Schindler's List. So I dock him
Schmaltzy.
points for that.
Brittany, me and Jimmy always go crazy agreeing with each other.
Yeah.
Because you're my little Maddie, and he's your little Lacey.
So final thoughts. Final thoughts, Lacey. What have we learned this evening?
Why you always make me have thoughts?
I know it's cruel.
I
of
have
me.
opinions.
But yeah, I mean,
They're less.
Lacey, your opinions. What
committed.
opinions do you have?
I really like
Was
Spielberg.
this a success?
Shut up. I'm just so relieved that we can investigate one man of his age for that long and just turn up a couple little stinker moments, and the rest he's just a nice guy. All I actually really want is for people to be good to each other and to enjoy working together, and I think that makes a good product in the end. You do not have to Kubrick it all. R.I.P. Shelley Duvall. But so I think my final thoughts are he's a good guy. I'm going to keep watching his movies. I appreciate his evolution. I can tell that he's putting his whole heart into stuff when he is, and I hope that's what he keeps doing. Whether it's like his old shit or not, it won't be. So just get over it.
I hope he keeps doing whatever he wants. When, I found out
Brittany.
When I found out he was going to make a West Side Story remake, I thought, no, don't do.
Right,
why would I want that?
Seemed like a weird choice, but it was good.
It's a great movie.
Fucking
It's like,
good.
okay, do whatever you want. Just don't make
spoilers. People
Yeah.
die.
But I guess
People
the biggest question of all, though, is next summer, are we going to do a summer of blank again?
Wait, Jaws. Wait, Stitches 5 is interesting.
5 Ready Player One.
4 Jurassic Park, 3 E.T., 2 Jaws, 1 I respect your list. Stitch knows what she likes. Stitch creates cozy environments out of everything she touches. You should see the book she made. So you build things of comfort. I respect your list.
And The Terminal is a comfortable movie.
It sounds like Thanksgiving.
Love to live in that terminal.
You know why it sounds like Thanksgiving? Because I love that episode of King of the Hill
yeah.
where they spend the whole Thanksgiving in a terminal.
Yeah, I love that episode too.
The book Color Purple was better. Steven Spielberg does not deal with sex. He does not really understand he does not dabble where he isn't fully educated, and he doesn't understand women all that well. So lesbians would probably blow his little fragile little mind. He's shy. Summer of Tom Holland, the director, not the actor.
The director of Child's Play.
Wait, we are going to do a summer of... Yes, no, Brittany, that is what we're doing. How did she know that?
Well, it's the obvious.
Because it's this NS?
Yes. But also, like, hey, name a director, Steven Spielberg. Name another director, Martin Scorsese.
Wait, I was chosen to audition for The Fabelmans based on my headshot and resume.
What?
Are you an actor?
Sammy Fabelman?
I didn't know you were an actor. Hey, Smash Trivia John.
Hey, Smash Trivia.
Human. We are just about to peace out, but you get total sweetie points for showing up, my sir.
And everybody, if you tune into Smash Trivia John's podcast, next week, I believe, you might hear a song that a certain me wrote and recorded.
And less about Matt. Maybe you should just listen to Smash Trivia John's podcast.
You should be listening anyway.
That's right.
If not, what's wrong with you?
You're an inspiring actor, cinema star. I did not know that. That's really cool. Do you have any? Can I see some footage?
Yeah, send us your reels.
Let me see your reel.
Yeah, we'll give you some notes.
I know 2 directors, and you would not be impressed with either of them. No, okay.
So yes, should we do Summer of Scorsese next year? My hesitation is
Bad man.
I know that it's pronounced Scorsese, not Scorsese.
We're gonna get correct.
But Summer of Scorsese doesn't sound as good as Summer of Scorsese.
It sounds less sexy.
Right, exactly. Should we do somebody else? Should we do a woman?
Wait, can we do? Would it be exhausting to do something like Paul Thomas Anderson? Who am I?
Summer of PTA Summer.
Ooh, and PTA is what you do during the school year, so don't even try to trick me.
Okay, no, I mean we could do Summer of Tarantino.
I mean, but you already know how I feel. I feel like it's too well tread. I don't think.
You don't think Spielberg is well tread?
It wasn't for me. I've seen it's such a long career. And it's not one that I followed so closely. Like I gotta see every movie he makes. For Tarantino, if he makes it, I'm in the theater.
Mm-hmm. Dr. G says De Palma. Now, I love Brian De Palma.
Uh-huh.
However, we are very cravenly trying to go for very popular movies.
That sweet listenerships,
So, Femme Fatale, I don't know if we'll move needles.
Kevin Smith, Stitch. Oh, we can't.
Boy, people are passionate about Kevin Smith.
I love Kevin Smith, but I don't think we need some range. And don't hate. Oh,
I love Sam Raimi. I would love to do Sam Raimi still.
we could just call Summer of Sam. Oh, writes itself.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The dog is talking to us. Right? Summer of Sam is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy
yeah,
that
yeah,
could-
yeah.
Ah,
But let's figure out this Scorsese thing right now. Is it okay if we say Summer of
the
Scorsese?
Scummers.
Summer of Scorsese, even knowing that it's not pronounced that way.
I think we just have to like decide if we want style over correction. Or
Summer,
you know what I mean?
Summer of Terry Gilliam. Hmm.
You got double hooms on that, man.
We'll walk around
Hmm.
with coconuts, making our.
Michael Mann. Okay, Brittany. I don't hate it.
Oh, I love Michael.
I love
Mann.
Michael Mann.
Love Michael Mann. I find the older I get, the more I'm just vibe with
sorry.
his movies.
If there's a Venn diagram where both Cinema Sloth and Dr. G collide, we might be onto something.
With Terry Gilliam. With Terry Gilliam, yes.
Whoa! I see a correction in spelling. Who is right? These are two men that are not usually wrong.
It's Gilliam.
With
not
an M?
Gilliam.
Oh.
Or wait,
doctor.
no. Wait a minute.
Oh,
I assume
we
it's
have
an M.
we have a what the fuck are they called? Those bears.
Yeah, it's M.
Those bears.
For a second-
Berenstein and Bernstein.
Berenstain and Berenstein. Yeah, I remember my aunt reading me a Berenstein Bears book and she pronounced it Berenstain. I was like, what are you talking about, you idiot woman?
What's happening in October? Well, thank you for asking. JT, the talking head, will come. That's our guest.
To do Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2
Two.
and 3 other horror movies we'll be
Right.
doing.
We'll
but
stick with horror movies. And in December we will stick with Christmas movies and then we haven't played
those are
all
our
the way-
themed months
and then we're doing Twilight with fiction fixation for
for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
So we have a lot of stuff planned out. I would like to get one more themed month. I don't know what it would be. But we have October, December, and the summer.
Right, but and the only other one makes sense is fall, but it's too many in a row. I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Spring of
I won't.
spring of
You can't
Sam.
get me excited about spring. Spring just means the summer's fucking coming and it's hot.
Yeah.
The summer of John Ford movies. Now there's something I don't know a ton about. Those are
I've watched a bunch of John Ford movies recently because of the Fablemans.
Twilight. Can someone just comment on how spark? Look at my nails, Brittany. Can you just say something?
I would like Summer
How
of Wes
sparkly they
Anderson.
are.
These are all good. Everybody, you guys are killing it.
That's
with
what I
your
wanted to say. Wes
suggestions.
Anderson. That's who I meant.
Summer of Wes Anderson.
I meant Wes Anderson. Yeah.
Summer of Wes Sanderson.
Yeah. But I, for some reason, always say Paul Thomas Anderson. Oh, I know why. Anderson.
Because they're both Anderson.
I got it.
Everybody, thank you so much for coming out and
Yes.
for all of the great comments.
Orson Welles. Okay.
Love the support. We love
Thank you,
all of
Brittany.
you. You're so great, and we will talk to you real soon. Please,
Just give it. Please give us a review if you haven't already. Actually, almost everyone on here has.
mhm.
It just truly helps. And one day we want to like make a little bit of money so we can put more time into this, and because we love it. And I have a splinter from throwing popsicle sticks at you. Do you know they have splinters in there?
Ice pop sticks.
Ice pop sticks right in my hand. Fuck my life.
You
All
deserve
right,
it.
yes I do. Okay, I love you. Goodbye. I miss you already.
Bye.